Hi, I'm Dolores Moorehead, and I am a caregiver and also community engagement director at the Women's Cancer Resource Center. I am involved on the Mount Zion Community Advisory Board by being involved with some research that's coming up, some research studies, and I work very closely in that aspect with them. This is just really such a powerful questions because for my family, my parents, they did not make decisions around their healthcare needs and desires. And my dad was diagnosed with cancer a second time. And just based on his experience, he didn't really trust things. So he did not want any outside involvement. And for me, it was difficult because working in this field for almost 34 years, I had access to oncologists and hospice, and there was no way to do that because my mom was very traditional. And what I mean in a sense is traditional for my family, my culture. She didn't go against my father. And as a result, he suffered. He suffered in pain at the final stage because he wouldn't let anyone in. And then my mom was diagnosed with a benign brain tumor, which resulted in her having numerous seizures, and finally to the point that she had so many seizures she had to be put in an induced coma. And in the end, as you may know, our brain is so complicated. So when she came out of that, she was not the same person. And I had to make decisions, difficult ones. And had there been advanced directives, healthcare decisions that were made, I would have made them knowing that I was doing what my mom wanted. Instead, I had to listen to the doctors, use the knowledge I had, and look at who my mom was before. And also share that with my sister, who's 7 years younger, who's hearing all kinds of things from caring people about what should happen. And I made that difficult and final decision for my mom based on what I was felt was right. And then I had to sit with that and come to grips with it and find peace with it. I would really ask that providers stop and look at what's happening for them that they have this hesitancy. I do know in my work with clients that they are interested in what the doctor says. Clients have said to me, the doctor didn't talk to me about that. And thus, if the doctor did, that person would feel like, okay, it's all right for this conversation. And for even for the doctor to admit, or the provider to admit, this is not an easy conversation, but here's how it will make a difference. And here's how it does really empower you to be able to have a voice at a time when you may not be able to have that voice. And we're here to help you move through that, to understand it, to make these decisions. I've learned that it's important to meet individuals where they are, to respect their culture, their values, and their beliefs, and to find an opportunity to talk about advanced care planning, acknowledging and validating what they believe and how they've moved through the world and their life experiences. Also, why showing that it's hope. There's hope in doing this. There's a way to do this to protect yourself and your loved ones and to give your loved ones the power to know and do what you would want them to do in those final stages. I think one thing is providers are human and they have sensitivity and they are concerned, and they're here to take care of their patients. And I think admitting to themselves by doing some self-reflection of why is this difficult, and knowing that and being willing to share with their patient that may not be an easy topic, and the truth is it's not an easy topic for me, and here are the reasons why it's important to do this, and we're doing it together. We're not alone, and I'm willing to hear you, sit down with you, and help you understand the importance of having advanced care planning in place. I think that we know that just through history that Black or African American patients have felt not heard or could have a hard time trusting the system. And we have such a great opportunity right now because I think Black Lives Matters brought forth this whole conversation about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And providers, I think, can use that to acknowledge that they see this, they know it exists, they are a partner with their patients, this is a team, and I want to do what's best for you. I know that the past has existed. I don't want to push past it. I want to acknowledge it and say, how can we work together? I think that healthcare systems and providers can offer their Black patients information about webinars and about linkage to websites, and even if possible, to match them with someone who's in that medical center or is a patient of that provider who is African American, who has actually utilized advanced care planning so that this person sees someone who looks like them. I know that the clients I work with often say that to me. I want to see someone who looks like me. I want to hear their experience. So matching them up with someone, allowing them access to website or um, a video where this person who looks like them talks about the difficulties related to culture or family of talking about this subject, and yet able to say, here's where I started and here's where I am now. And I see that having this information not only improves the quality of care for me, but it also provides for my loved ones to feel that they are doing something for me in life when I may not be able to do that.